welcome to another edition of that finger-tapping frenzy that we all know and love. It's WWE SuperCard with me, Big Jim, and I've got two things to apologise for right now. Firstly, I'm sorry that I look like a bigger bag of poo than normal. That's because I've just belted 130 miles back from Dorset to London in time to do this. But secondly, while I've been away for a few days, poor Ninja Boy has not been well. He's been under the weather. Not just because he's missing his dad either. Apparently he's had a sore throat, so he's not been able to talk very well. We've been chatting quite happily using our iPads and FaceTime and playing games over the last couple of days, even though we've been in different parts of the country. But he's not well enough, I'm afraid, to appear on camera. So apologies for that. Hopefully we'll get him back soon. Maybe even this weekend. Depends how things go. There are no big promises, but hopefully. Anyway, WWE SuperCard, how are you doing with Ring Domidimdum? I've had not much chance to play on Thursday because I was out and about, yomping all over the place. But today, a 2.5 hour train journey with some time to kill. So I managed to do, in between the Wi-Fi breaking and various other things, managed to do a bit. I have got Sasha in the bank. It's not been playing very kindly, I have to say, Ring Dom, for me this time round. I had to virtually go through the entire board to get my first shard for Sasha. And I've had to do virtually the same thing with Mr. Neville. But the exciting thing for me with Mr. Neville, the WrestleMania card, is that will actually give me a non-event WrestleMania Pro. I've just been getting to the point where I was, you just get worried that things are just not happening for you. If you have a look at my WrestleMania cards, single Zami, who's Zami? Zami Sane, single, you try saying that, I tell you what, this will sort it out. Single Sami Zayn. See? Perfect. I work perfectly now. Now I've been lubricated properly. Which I obviously can't pro, because that was just from the one event I managed to get him. It was Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, YG Jackass, Xavier Woods, Heath Slater, Rebecca Kicker, Mr. Neville, and Bray Wyatt, Finn Balor, my lord, Finn Balor, and Cesaro. So Cesaro was from the last event, wasn't he? So there, a whole lineup of singles waiting to be pro'd. I have to say, because this obviously is going to start affecting me more in King of the Ring tournaments. Having said that, this present King of the Ring, if we have a look, not the schedule, we'll have a look at the schedule, because have a look at these opponents, especially Ruffle Stomper, there's one Ruffle Stomper in, it was the first match, and another one who was the fourth match. There's an awful lot of blue outlines, which suggested it could have been an army of bots that I was facing here. As it turns out, I believe there are 3 other humans in this. Certainly Matt is a human. If you have a look at our match there, and he's got some event cards. And John Cena, who is powering away at the top of the table, he's got some event cards too. So he's very much a human being, even though it had the appearance of a bot. And there was somebody else. Where's the other person gone? 10, 11, oh, maybe it's just the 3 of us. Oh, there's definitely somebody else. Let's have a look in the standings. There's John Cena. Oh, Curtis. That was it. No, I don't want to whisper him. I want to see what he got. Have I played Curtis yet? Did you notice? Oh, yes, I've just beaten Curtis. And there we go. He's got some event cards too. So there's 4 humans, including myself. So it'd be quite savvy to try and finish top, if you can. That's the spot that JC's got at the moment. He says, looking at the schedule rather than the standings again, because that would give you virtually a clear passage to the final and that all-important WrestleMania card. Now, those of you who follow us on Twitter will have seen my absolute rage with that network maintenance the other day. I don't know how many of you were affected by it. The King of the Ring I was in at the time, I was actually top of the ladder stage going into the quarterfinals. Obviously the network maintenance dropped, and so we had to wait until he could get back into the game. When I eventually got back into the game, and I was like trying every 30 seconds or so, when I eventually got back in, it said quarterfinal 2 has started. It was like 10 seconds into quarterfinal 2. My opponent had powered up for quarterfinal 1, I was powered up for quarterfinal 2, and with a much weaker deck, beat me quite comfortably. Because I was flapping in the wind. I hadn't had a chance to power up, and as it turns out, thanks to your tweets, quite a few of you had been able to access the game using your iPads or your iPhone, one of the two, but not both devices. So for some reason, some people were getting it. It seemed to be more with iPads or indeed Android devices that people were being able to get into the game, even though it was meant to have a network maintenance, albeit they were being chucked out after a couple of minutes. So what quite a few people were doing was jumping in, spending 100 credits to power up their squads, and then being booted out again. If I'd had the chance to do that, I think I would have actually done it, because just as an insurance. But I didn't get a chance to do anything, so I was booted out the quarter-final stage. So I wasn't happy with that. Wasn't happy with that at all. But these things happen. It is only a game. A very frustrating game at times when things don't work. But I guess we have to live with it, because there's no alternative. And that, my friends, is the big problem. There is no alternative. Someone at some stage did send me links to a card game that was based on WWE. They obviously didn't have the WWE license, and so all the names of the wrestlers had been amended slightly, and the caricatures, that they were hand-drawn rather than pictures. And it's just not the same. It's not the same. You've got to play with the proper people and the proper cards. And you haven't got the proper people, it's not worth it, people. So let's do a bit of Ring Domidimdum, just to see the rest of Friday evening through. As you can see, I've got 4 bonus picks, so hopefully not waste those. And my deck, a quick look at my deck setup. It's a bit difficult I'm on the butt crack of WrestleMania Plus. I could go higher, but I'm finding it really difficult because most of the lineups I've tried, I'm playing people who've got WrestleMania Pro cards. And, you know, obviously I've got Andre, but that's it. And trying to drop down just to WrestleMania, a lot of the decks that I've done, I'm still playing against people who've got all the event cards. So it's not been easy, so do have to think about the tactics quite carefully. The main thing to remember is, if people have got the 2 WrestleMania event cards, which is Andre the Giant and Sami Zayn, Andre the Giant is an up arrow, Sami Zayn is a right arrow. So the last thing you want to be doing is playing a vulnerable card in the top right hand corner, because they can get attacked by either one of those quite easily. So if you're starting off with a deck that's not as strong as you wish it could be, bottom left corner is a good place to start, because Andre can't get you and Sami can't get you. So we may see a bit of that as I'm just whacking through these few games. So just a bit of tactics there. Just need to think ahead as to what may be happening. It's not all about just guesswork and plonking a few cards down and hoping for the best. Albeit that hoping for the best is what I'm doing best at the moment. Now what I'm going to do with this lineup here, because I've got my Andre, I am actually going to stick him in the left hand corner, because it makes him hard to attack. And then it's a question of, do I go for Roman, or do I just keep building on the bottom row? It's important to get your deck cards played in. That Roman is stronger than my Undertaker on 1. They're equal on 1, and Undertaker's better on 2. So I could... It's not worth risking Undertaker right now, to be honest. So what we'll do is we'll put Kalisto down there and just see where they go from here. Right, they've taken us on. Oh, toughness and charisma. Shame it's not speed. So Taker's taken me. Right, now I'm in a position where I'm going to have to take a bit of a risk. So that risk will be Big Taker taking on their Roman. It never falls your way, does it? It never falls your way. The amount of times you go in with you've got 1 stat where you can be beaten and 3 stats where you can win, and it just picks that 1 stat you can be beaten. I'm sick of that happening. Right, well, the obvious thing to do there is to chuck John Cena in and cross my fingers and hope for the best. Right, and where am I going to nick another one from? Let's see what they do here. Well, it's just toughness, charisma. Okay, that's us fighting back, thankfully, which puts us in a strong position because we can put Sami in the top. See, that was touch and go. There was a few little feuds going on there that were very close to call, but we managed to get away with it. So 12 picks to go. As I say, I've virtually every flipping piece that I've had to go for on Neville here, I've had to go down to the last shard, and this is pretty much the same. Look at it. I don't know why. Why it does this now and again. Just to make life a bit more unbearable. And I've been surprised to see through Twitter how many people have been pulling WrestleMania cards during this event. Look at that, it was the last shard. Typical. which is it's great news for a lot of you. There seems to be a lot of Roman Reigns knocking around for some reason. That would be great for me if he suddenly landed, because that would give me another pro. But to be honest, I'm not expecting it. Don't forget, my original Neville only landed on camera 2 episodes ago, so really not expecting to see some blue gone goodness coming through in these general picks. So that last game was pretty damn tight, so let's have a look and see how we get on against the franchise king. I haven't seen too many familiar names either, I have to say. Normally you come across some names that are very familiar as opponents, but it hasn't happened this time round. What am I going to have to do here? I've got the 3 weakest cards, which is Jericho, Neville and Sami Zayn. So I don't have too much to play with here. So what I'm going to do is use Neville as some Bietman in the top right hand corner. Let him take me there, and then use Andre to take him back. So that locks him into the corner. And then, obviously, AJ Styles Pro, there's nothing I can do against that. With my 1 WrestleMania Pro card. I just hope he doesn't have his Andre that he's going to stick below me. I didn't power up. I didn't put my deck card on. I've got away with it, thankfully. Right, that's it. So now it's just a question of seeing the game out and hoping that they're not able to take me. They obviously wouldn't have a right hand card that could take Andre. I don't have a right hand card to take anyone back, so I'm going to have to put Sami Zayn in there. If they take me with a down or a right, no they haven't. That probably is good news then. It means they won't have a left arrow card to take him. So if we put Kalisto in, yeah, that's great, no down arrows. So we got away with that quite comfortably. Probably didn't explain myself very well what I was thinking there, but obviously I knew what I was doing. I knew we could get away with it. So 8 more picks to enjoy. Yeah, even the little cluster theory I had, it's more prevalent here with Neville. As you can see, there's quite a big contingent of blue down the right hand side. But that method I like to play, when once you've collected a piece, to actually hit the shards around that piece straight away, normally brings good dividends. But what I'm looking at right here, right now, is a network error. Look, seen one of these before? Alright, there we go, it's come up on screen now, isn't it? Jeez, man. Network errors. There's not too much to ask. Just make a game that just functions normally, is it? Seriously. I never got it resolved as well, that those 600 credits I was trying to buy, and it kept saying you've got 600 credits and then nothing was appearing. Never, after 3 emails, never heard from them again. Never heard from Cat Daddy again. I just get fed up with it. Seriously get fed up with it. Right, let's get back into the game. See what we can do. Right, I'm going to go more strong on this time. I'm going to go back to using Andre in the bottom left hand corner. Right, so they've gone Johnny Chinar. Fairly strong Johnny Chinar, so we will use DB down below. Right, okay, they've come in and probably going to take us there. We're okay, that's cool. That's cool. So, on that basis, if we put Rock in, I'm not going to bother attacking that John Cena because there's no need to. Whereas I can quite comfortably take that Sheamus. So we'll just chisel him out, and that should give us some insurance for even if they do take one of our cards back, we'll be cool for the win. Which we are. Yeah, quite comfortable. There's no need to... if that Cesaro had been a single, we could have tried to take it, but there's no need. There's no point risking things. If you've got a secure win, there's no difference between winning 7-2 or 6-3. It's only obviously if you get a clean sweep, a full house, then you'll get that extra pick. It's really not worth risking anything. Just go for the safe win. Just go for the safe win. Saves time in the long run. You know, it makes sense. Right, come on, Mr. Neville. Just be kind. Be kind to us. Give us some shardishness. I bet there's probably some of you out there who've already finished this. Oh, look, there we go. We've got one. Managed to chisel out one. So let's just go for the a little cluster theory. Just try and pick around here again. I think we've got enough picks to actually do the job, but never mind. I bet, yeah, as I say, I bet there's some of you who've already done the job. Feet up, big cigars out, taking it easy. I did get the legendary Bobby Heenan support card, which is actually quite useful. I've used him in this deck because he goes well with Classy Freddy Blassie, because obviously he's a different stat. So that was actually quite a useful pick for me. Right, again I've got the weak cards in, and I don't have Andre, so we are going to lay a little trap and just hope. Yeah, that's not too bad. So I should be able to take him back using Macho Man. Oh yeah! Oh, beat Jim to be a few days. The team chat's very active this evening. I need to go and check that. I didn't quite catch that. Everyone's chatting away. Everyone's in a good mood. It's Friday. Here in the UK, it's actually a bank holiday weekend, which means no one goes to work on the Monday. Which is cool for those who work regular hours and have got regular jobs. I've actually got some work to do this very evening. I've got to write a WWE piece for Yahoo, which I'm not going to say what it's about now, but I will tweet a link to it at some stage over the next 24 hours when it appears. But it means that even though I've been schlepping around the country, and I'm doing this for you now, and I've obviously got to edit this and get it up for you, it's 7:10 UK time in the evening. I'm then going to have to sit down and write this piece for Yahoo, so it's probably going to be an overnight job. So if we do a video tomorrow on Saturday, I'll look even worse. Is that possible? Hashtag yes, if you think I can look worse. Hashtag no, I'm about as ugly as I can get. That'll do. Just leave the comment down below. Right. Now while I'm larking around, I'm falling foul of their own team. So let's try and get this back. Get our advantage back to 3-2. And see what they can do. Hopefully there's no Andre. They don't seem to have an Andre. There's no up arrow there. Well, I can't do anything going from left to right, so I'm just going to have to play out and hope they don't suddenly produce an up arrow, which they don't. That's cool. And that card is not strong enough to withstand the attention of my rock. My rock takes on your rock. My rock beats your rock. That's the people's elbow. So 6-3 should give us a few more picks, see what we can do. And I don't mind some energy cards, because obviously I'm doing my King of the Ring. I've reached my card limit. Oh, that's flipping typical, that is, isn't it? Right, let's just have a look at the King of the Ring, actually. There's Ruffle Stomper again, beating him 15-1. Schedule, what's the next match? Is against Athan, who's got a fairly averaging record, and then Matt, who's one of the humans who we know is doing fairly well. So let's have a look. What have I got energy-wise? 9. Might be tempted just to leave that for this time round and power up for Matt, by which time I'll have a few more energies going. Now then, card-wise, I've already had to just ditch a few enhancements. I think I'm pretty much powered up with all the individual cards. That Sasha is going to give me another Sasha Pro, by the way. I've already got one. Alright, so these are done. If you just have a look at combinables, it's quite a shocking state of affairs. These are combinables still to be done. There's The Rock, which 1 is done. 2 is, I think, virtually there. So that's he needs doing. It's Kevin Owens. Again, first card is done. Second card is back here somewhere. Not even been started. Paige, she's important because I can use her straight away. And she'll be my 4th Survivor Pro Diva. So again, that card's done, and this one's about halfway. Yeah, she's about halfway to be being done. And Taker and Finn Balor. I think I've got 3 Finn Balors actually. Yeah, I have. Look, and then Sasha. There's Kane. I mean, there's all sorts to be done. I'm not got a second to blink or think or sit around laughing, enjoying life, there's a lot to be done here. So I think we'll leave it there for now. Let me know how you're getting on with your Ring Dom. Are you even doing Ring Dom? Some people are saying that they're not happy with the fact that, one, you've got to wait for bouts, and two, you've then got to play a tactical game where you have to really concentrate on what you're doing, to then, three, be able to even stand a chance of picking a piece to get you progress towards a card. And I guess if you think about it, it's quite a lot of combinations of things you need to get right just to even be in a position of unveiling a shard. The way that the team event's done is perhaps that could be a model for the future. Who knows? They don't want to change anything, are they? They're just going to leave it as it is, because that's the easy way to do it. That's a nice lazy way of doing things, isn't it, Cat Daddy? Yes, it is. Just agree with me. Anyway, people, that's it for this evening. I'm not too sure if we're going to do anything on Saturday, because Saturday technically is a rest day if you look at our schedule of events down below. Sunday is a FIFA 16 day. We're doing Bayern Munich, which is a match that a few people have asked us to do, so that's going to be a Mano Ninja Boy challenge. So there will be stuff from us this weekend, and don't forget there is some Rocket League as well. There's quite a few of you said yes, you play Rocket League and you like it, so if I can get to edit that as well, I will. But don't forget, I am actually working for a living overnight, so when I'm going to go to bed, I don't know, which is why it's good to have some of this to keep you going. It's apple juice. Kind of. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks ever so much for watching. Don't forget, please subscribe down below if you want to see more of this kind of thing. Like the video if you like the video. Follow us on Twitter @BadLadDad, on Instagram, on Facebook. Until we see you next time, stay cool.